Hi, this is Jesse Barkesy. It is Friday, May 22nd, 2011, and today I'm going to just talk a little bit about watermelon rind. I've been reading up on some of this, some of the information through the internet, through some books, and you could look up, there's some good websites out there when you type in watermelon rind on the search engines, and supposedly they say it has a lot of vitamins B, and lycopene, more than tomatoes and so forth. So I'm just going to make a little to show you how much juice really comes out. I made some before, I'm going to make a little bit more. And you put this little rind in, you wash the outside, and this is how much juice comes out. I'm just going to do a few pieces. It's an amazing amount of juice. I just wanted to do it. I did have a problem with the Omega VRT juicer a little while back, but it looks like they sent me a new base, so I really got to give kudos to the company. It took about a week and a half. I sent them the base so they can check it out. They said one of the gears was seated wrong, and they sent me a new one. It looks like I'm going to call them, make sure. I think it's a new one because I had a little scratch on mine that I had. But in any case, if you look this up on the internet, you can see a lot of very good benefits to drinking this, and I had no idea. I just thought you throw it away, but now it's a useful thing, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm guessing I'm not going to like the taste too much, but I think I'll be able to palate it. I think I'll be able to just take it, let the rest come out there. And that's a lot of juice. I mean, that was just a little portion of the watermelon, the rind. Just stop it here so it doesn't drip. And this is how much juice I got out. I'm going to bring it up here. It's a lot. It's kind of greenish. It doesn't look too good, but I'm going to try it. Well, I mean, because I drink juices, I think it's okay. It doesn't really have much of a flavor, so if it's good for me, I'll just drink it for the nutritional value, or I could add some. Could also add some agave or something in it, I guess, or maybe a little bit of the regular, the pink part of the watermelon to give it flavor, but it's fine with me. Less sugar. And supposedly it has a lot of potassium in it. So, just wanted to show you a little way to save some money, a little way to add some nutrition to your regimen. And since I'm going to be in a weight loss stage for next month, this is good because I'll drink this part, which is the less sugar. So I got to start doing my cardio and lower the caloric intake now a little bit. I mean, I drank the whole thing in front of you there, so you can see. I mean, probably about 13 ounces as I kept pouring it in there. Pretty refreshing, pretty darn refreshing, I got to tell you the truth. The nice thing about juices that I notice that are fresh is you drink them and they don't keep your stomach full. It's almost like they absorb into your bloodstream quickly or something. I'm not sure if it's the electrolytes or the alkalinity of it or whatever, but it also made me think about what I saw a couple people talking about on the internet, what fruits and vegetables raw do. They, especially greens, they make your body more alkaline than acid. And I noticed when you go pee, basically, that it's a lot more clear when I drink these juices. It's just very clear, and it feels like your body is cleansed. And that also means to me that I'm absorbing a large percentage of the juice. Whereas if I drink something else, say milk, or have some sort of meat or a vitamin, and you're peeing, it's like all these colors, so that means the nutrients are just going right out. Your body's not absorbing them right. But I notice when the juices, I have the juices, even if they're thick, even if it's like carrot juice with apple and strawberries or whatever you mix in it, and it's thick and it's like a dark brown or green color or orangey color, when you pee, it's clear. So I think that that kind of tells me about the alkalinity, the alkaline properties of juices. And like I said, I'm still learning a lot, but definitely feel better. And I felt like I did go through a little bit of what they call a detox stage, where I didn't feel too good For one example, the bottom of my feet were a little bit sore. And I used to have problems with the bottom of my feet when I was younger. I used to get little fungus and things like that in the bottom of my feet, and I had to spray it. But I noticed the bottom of my feet for like about 2 months, whenever I drank a juice, the bottom of my feet would hurt a little. So I think there is something to the detoxification aspect of the juicing. So there's a lot of things that I'm learning here, and just surprising to me that something I would throw away you could actually drink, and it's good for you and has a lot of vitamins. And one of the last things I want to say is, since I've been doing more, drinking more fresh juices, and lowering my protein intake, the strange thing is my muscles are getting bigger. I mean, they're noticeably bigger. My shirt's tighter. You know, I did purposely gain a little bit of weight because I wanted to bulk up before the summer, before I go to cardio and lose. But I'm 43 years old, and I really haven't felt this quick of a gain in a long time. Of course, I'm on an amino acid too, but it started with the juices. So I want to say, let's look up watermelon rind on the internet and see what happens. And I definitely recommend this juicer, because now we got another savings here. Now I got this juicer. It cost me about $3.96 or something with taxes and everything. You can get a used one probably a little less, or you know. But what I was figuring is I'm making a juice every day, and I'm getting about 30% more juice out of this juicer than one of the cheaper ones for $100 or for $50. So over 365 days, say 300, because I'll say I didn't even juice every day, but I do. That would be 300 times, say, $2 or $3. So that's either $600 or $900 of more juice worth I'm getting by using this juicer, rather than getting 30% less. So say I put a celery stalk in, $1.50. I put in a cucumber, $1. You know, half a bag of carrots for $4. That's another $2. So you know, you added up the juice, and then apples, it's about $6 juice, say $6 or $7 juice. If you're getting 30% more juice, that's $2 more you're saving. Now that's one day, so you multiply that out, and you get more of a deal. Now I can do watermelon rinds too. So you figure we'll buy 5 or 10 watermelons, and you got this extra juice here. So instead of doing the carrot apple today, I'll do the watermelon rind and see how that makes me feel. It's just amazing. And the other thing I was talking about was I put a video up, the last video, and I'll put the link up again. It's The Inner Life of a Cell. It was made by Harvard University, and it was showing like one portion of a cell. It's like amazing. It's like a galaxy. All the little things in there, and like little machines basically. And I saw it from a movie called Expelled. They were arguing the case for intelligent design, that God really started life basically, or they want to say whatever, God, aliens. I believe God. So. But it was arguing against the case that things are just chemical based and so forth. But when I look at that, and the scientists were saying that these machines, the chemicals don't move this way. These have to be almost like little machines that have some kind of coding or direction, almost like a computer program. So when I look at that, and then I think about the fresh juice, I'm thinking now about how the people who eat a lot of raw food look much healthier and so forth, and they look like the proper weight and so forth. Well, what I'm thinking is that when you're cooking food, potentially a lot of those little machines are destroyed. They're ruined. Almost like if you took a car engine and you blew it up and then tried to put it together. So if you tried to put it together, a lot of the parts would be wrong. They would be bent out of shape and ruined. But if you carefully took the engine apart, just like this, we're squeezing the juice out. We're not, killing it per se. It's still alive, but we're squeezing the juice out slowly, so it's still alive. Those parts are still intact. Those enzymes, those tiny, tiny enzymes. I mean, this juicer can't get to the molecular level that small. So these little enzymes are still alive, and they're able to replace the parts in your body, the amino acids and so forth. So that's what I think is happening, rather than cooking or finely processing food, really, really fine. And the other thing I wanted to talk about really quickly is the processing of food to like a micronized level. It's just, you can absorb too much of it. You can just absorb way too much. So say for instance the bread in the past, they'd batter it with a rock or something, and there'd be little pieces of the grains, of the cracked grains. But today, they got these machines that grind them down very fine, so you're absorbing like 10 times more of the bad part of the grain. So anyway, that's what I want to talk about today. Try the watermelon rind. It's kind of refreshing. You might want to add some sweetener. And thank you and have a great day.